A regal new blaster from Silly Butts, a magazine fit for a king, and clubs everywhere go to war.
I'm Grim.
I'm Vile Mods.
I'm Jangular.
And I'm KT.
We are your hosts. All that and a flurry more in episode 60 of the Foam News Collective. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the hobby news. And with that, let's tag right into the news.
Thanks to leaks by Corvaliath, we now have a ton of information on new offerings from Adventure Force with a running theme on roleplay. First up, we have an interesting Can Crush target for $15, which literally crushes the walls of the cans on impact. Next is an archery roleplay set that features an 8-round revolver bow, 12-inch plastic target, wrist dart holder, and 8 suction cup darts for $20. If swashbuckling is more your style, then the pirate roleplay set might be just for you. This set includes the Buccaneer Blaster featured back in episode 50, a sword, pirate hat, telescope, compass, and even a handful of doubloons, all for $20 as well. For the bigger kids in the hobby, we also got a few more additions to the pro lineup, starting with a 15-round half-dart mag 2-pack, similar to the Nexus or Aeon Pro X colorway, with one in translucent purple and the other translucent orange for only $10. What originally started as a leak from the Dart Zone Instagram page, later confirmed through a Walmart listing, is the new Mag & Grip Slamfire Brute Pro pistol. This $25 offering claims 140 FPS out of the box and comes with the standard eye protection, 12 AF Pro darts, a PCAR, and 2 6-round mags that look to be Nightingale or Venom Pro geometry. The biggest release, quite literally, to stir up excitement is the Boxer Pro, a pro performance belt-fed flywheel LMG. That's right. We now have a 6 dart per second, 150 FPS capable pro machine gun for $50. For that price, you get the Boxer 50 ammo belt chain with AF Pro darts, an ammo box, quick detachable bipod, pop-up tactical sights, an adjustable stock, and of course your iPro. Sadly, we don't have any release dates at this time, but you can keep an eye on the Walmart listings, which will all be linked down in the description.
Continuing from last episode with more Nerf leaks found on distributor MDSA's website, we have the in-series Jade Strike and Cobalt Fury alongside Blaster Hub finding a Cobalt Fury with a photo of the Jade Strike on the box for sale on Poshmark. Both are reskins of the in-series Topbreaker with 24 in-series darts and screen printing similar to the loadout line on the blasters. As they include more darts, it is unknown at this time if they will retail for more than the Topbreaker's 10 United States dollars MSRP. Speaking of in-series, similar to Chris Cox's previous statements in episode 57 of cost-cutting on internals to save on cost to avoid tariffs, this is likely already being seen as with the Shadow Speed Recon's noticeably worse plastic, stressed-out screw posts, and smashed shell ribbing seen in some cases. Quality declines are not the only bad news to be hitting Hasbro. Amid the tariffs, Hasbro's laid off 3% of their global workforce, or approximately 150 employees. A Hasbro spokesperson responded with, quote, "We are aligning our structure with our long-term goals. It remains to be seen if this will be a continuing trend with Hasbro and the loadout line as a whole." In the ever-changing recent policy updates to Etsy's web store, a new change has arrived. Listed under their legal section of their house rules, Etsy now dictates that anything 3D printed must be produced based on seller's original design. It is unclear at this time as to how exactly this will impact hobby shops, in particular with shops that sell designs that are Creative Commons. Additionally, Domochevsky was able to get some of their taken down listings relisted by Etsy briefly with information as to how to prevent takedowns in the future. However, this did not appear to hold up as those edited posts were then taken down again. This enforcement consistency will make it harder for shops to know as to where, what, or how something can be sold on the site. Speaking of Domochevsky, the 3D designer is back with another Micro 2 Reshell. The Reshell 4 is a 10-chamber, 2-dart inline blaster that runs on a double-action trigger. With plenty of pick rail and a stock attachment point for you to customize out your blaster to your liking, like previous iterations, it reuses all of the hardware from the base blaster and only needs a few rubber bands and some foam to get this blaster up and running. Links as always in the description.
A recent episode of Mark Rober's Crunch Lab Summer Camp featured some familiar looking equipment. After an opening science segment that's all about momentum, the video brings a number of fans into the studio for a massive Nerf battle that ends with an unbelievable Nerf tank. In their own video, the Out of Darts team revealed the behind-the-scenes magic that created the Titan, Rival, and Mega XL firing mechanisms that made the tank the result of 2 weeks of intense work. One of those systems is the Infinite pack, formerly known as the Proton pack. While they still aren't available for order due to a lack of circuit boards, the rebrand lines up with the language used in the new videos. Hopefully, we will see their availability again soon. Congratulations to the Out of Darts team on yet another high-profile collaboration and the success of their build, bringing positive attention not only to their store, but to the hobby at large. Check out both videos at the links down in the description.
KptnAutismus has released the largest high-capacity Talon mag, the Super Drum 70, over on printables. While half-dart drum mags may have remained fairly niche in the hobby, this new Super Drum might help to bring them into the forefront. With its easy loading sequence, simple print orientations, and basic materials list, it tears down a lot of the complications of previous offerings. In the printables page description, KptnAutismus has links to his YouTube assembly guide along with a blaster compatibility chart to make it even easier. If you don't want to source the hardware or build one yourself, he's also provided a list of approved vendors from Asia, Europe, and North America. Those that want to protect this mag from hard falls are also in luck, as Kohai has already created a TPU bumper pad, similar to those on the Mythic drum. Links to both the drum and bumper pad will of course be down in the description.
3D designer Sillybutts is packing some serious power with their latest design, While this blaster certainly won't make you the King of England, this caliber and spiritual successor does pack a whole host of features. Smooth primes with its ball-bearing prime, spring guide system, easy spring swaps accessible from the butt plate, quick barrel swaps, compatibility with full and half-length darts like the original Caliburn, and a rigid design utilizing front-to-back metal bars with a tensioner system. Like the Caliburn, the Excalibur also utilizes full-sized Caliburn springs save for K26 and packs performance for almost any FPS cap, able to fire from 120 FPS all the way up to 280 FPS. Hardware and printed parts are to be sold by Silver Fox Industries and Out of Darts. For files, build instructions, and more information, visit the printables page in the description.
After 6 months of work, Midwest Designs has released the Cutlass. While the term pump-action primary springer gets tossed around quite often, the Cutlass offers more unique tuning options compared to its counterparts by making use of worker seagull springs. Couple that with its barrel collet, well-designed adjustable stock, biased trigger, M-lock compatible slots, sling points, and more, it's definitely designed for competitive playstyles in mind. Currently, Midwest Designs is working on some revisions to clean up the design and is in talks with hobby shops to get hardware kit stocked, but it may take a while since they're still waiting in a queue behind other blaster releases. They've also created an interest form for any potential shops that would like to carry the Cutlass in their catalogs. A bill of materials and assembly guide can be found on the release page for those not willing to wait. Links, as always, will be down in the description.
We have a special announcement from the Great Lakes Action Sports Summit. Attention campers! This is an incoming transmission from Camp We Gonna Blast Ya. Get ready to swap your marshmallow sticks for blasters because we're hosting a human versus zombie event this August 9th at the Battle Company in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Time to start planning your trip as the ticket page is live. Early bird prices are $60 per ticket until July 11th with code EARLYBIRD to redeem, and then $70 until August 7th, or when all tickets are sold. For our first camp year, we are limiting the total number of campers to just over 100, and we're sorry to inform you we will not have lodging on site this year. If you'd like to volunteer as a medic, be sure to fill in your certs info in that part of the ticket page. Speaking of, links to purchase tickets or join the Great Lakes Action Sports Summit Discord page to keep up to date with announcements will be down in the description.
Should you find yourself in the Knoxville, Tennessee area, Blasters and Burgers is hosting an open invitation event with guests Talon Axe Armory and Captain Xavier on July 26th from 2 to 10 p.m. EST. Join in for a day of casual tourney foam flinging and close quarters with a 100 to 130 FPS cap. Be sure to bring your own blasters, with the permitted ammo being rival, full, and half-length darts. For more event information, be sure to check the link in the description.
This year marks the 20th anniversary of the Goucher College Invitational HVZ, birthplace of the original Humans vs. Zombies. Birthday celebrations will be from October 24th to the 26th. Come prepared to enjoy all things HVZ with missions from Goucher and other select schools' mod teams, as well as Q&As, panels, and more. Tickets will be available later in the month of July, and 2 sponsorship tiers are currently available to help fund the event. Those interested in sponsoring can email hvz@goucher.edu for more details.
We're back into the thick of tournament season for the year. I may have missed MFT recently, but I'm back for California Foamsoft Tournament 2025. This year we saw 6 teams coming to California for this tournament, many of them returning, perhaps with slightly different rosters, but the teams were similar. And we did see Magic Smoke coming out on top, with Red Tide and Orca Company filling out the podium. What's interesting is Magic Smoke and Red Tide have played in the finals before at Ragnar Oktoberfest last year, where Red Tide came out on top. So this is a bit of a get back for Magic Smoke to be back on the top step of that podium, especially after missing it at MFT this year. So good for them to be back on top, and congrats on that victory. Now, one thing I do want to talk about was actually a team that didn't end up on the podium, but was first after the group stage of the tournament, and that's the new team PKI. I don't know if this is going to be a long-term team. They did have jerseys. I'm hoping this is something that's going to carry over into many events in the future, but they are a team that consists of players from other rosters that have come together. Whether or not, again, they are going to stick together is something I am very curious about, but they played very well together in that group stage, coming out on top, but weren't quite able to put it all together to end up on that top step of the podium this year. That said, very much looking forward to what they can do in future tournaments. And while Blaster Club and Foam Bees may not have had their best performances this year, it is always great to see legacy teams continue to show up to compete, and they're only going to continue to get better along with every other team in this hobby as we continue to grow. And as always, thank you to the organizers for making this event happen. It's never easy to run a tournament. Never forget that. Thank the people running the events you go to. Without them, our hobby doesn't exist in the form that it currently does. I'm looking forward to seeing what CFT does in future years as it continues to grow, and specifically seeing the video footage that they have some ambitious goals for this year. Keep an eye out for that. I know I certainly will, but that is CFT 2025. Next up, Foam Pro Tour.
Etsy's policy changes may be too little too late for our hobby, as the family of designers on blasterdownloads.com continues to grow. You can now find the work of Hing Yip Industries, Detroit Dartworks, and Mr. Heathpants on the site. ReptilianSnail is headed to war with his new flycore blaster, Ares. A big chunk of sci-fi styling and the ability to take any mini wheels along with Roboman's machine cages makes this design a flywheel tuner's dream. Bobertson is also having fun with the flycore and noidcore system with the rail or wrist-mounted panic button. Customizable and free to download, this design works with a variety of remote trigger setups for all your master key needs. Perry has been on a roll, uploading a variety of interesting new parts for a variety of blasters. First up is a series of new muzzle designs for Diana. Besides his own cosmetic suppressor and orange tip, he's offering a Diana muzzle dev kit to help you design your own front ends. Perry has also uploaded a design for a threaded buffer tube stock designed to quickly change among commonly used LiPo batteries in a variety of setups at 3 different lengths. Finally, the Platypus has provided an end of grip rail attachment compatible with Chance's grip used on a variety of his blaster designs. All are available for free on Perry's printables. If you can't wait for Midsummer in Binghamton, New York on July 25th, you can get an early start with a series of weekly Wednesday events on the Midsummer Discord. The Midsummer team will build the hype all month with a variety of trivia and AMA events.
3D designer Fempoppy has released 2 new files that might suit your use cases. The first set of files is for a Lynx trigger aimed at improving trigger feel. And speaking of aim, the second file is a 5-degree angled riser for your RMR optics. Printables creator DuBois has released their newest blaster design, Spartan. Spartan is a low hardware internal mag pistol based on the Halo Magnum. Like their last design Fortinbras, Spartan only requires one cord of elastic, firing from 60 to 80 FPS. 3D creator KptnAutismus has released their latest accessory, the SIK. This attachment is a TPU soft impact melee knife for events that allow melee tags. The Nerf Action Experience Blaster has made its way to the EU, with Blaster Time offering a stock of a few hundred. A listing from Netherlands-based Otto Simon roughly translates to Nerf sidearm without box, which matches stateside listings, indicating quite a few have made their way across the pond. This episode, my crosshairs dialed in on this Nightingale 2.0 paint job by Jello Design. This lovely silver and red paint job not only pops, but is really clean, especially the hexagonal design on it. Spectacular work.
And that's it for the news. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you think down in the comments. If you'd like to support us further, you can sign up for our Ko-Fi or check out our merch page. As always, a huge thank you to our contributors, Ko-Fi subscribers, and Discord moderators. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks with another episode.
One of these days, one of these days, cats won't suck so bad.
Is this what it's going to become, Cats? It's just me talking mad trash on you, and it's just somehow going to make its way into, like, all of the outtakes?
Yeah, because you put them together.
Let's try this again. Hope you're enjoying editing all this, Cats.
You know what? You knew what you signed up for. I'm glad I pay you as much as I do.
Nothing? Thanks, man.
Hey, what are you saying that for?
Because it's true.
Visit the printables page in the description. You thought I was going to say links this time, but I didn't. Eat that.
So having fun with the flycore royal.
Quality declines are not the only bad news to be hitting Hasbro. Amid the tariffs, Hasbro's laid off 3% of the global Hasbro laid off 3% of the entire global's workforce. Source, and made it the fuck up.
You think I know this by now?
Next up, Foam Pro Tour. Magic smoke coming out. Good for them. I don't specifically know about PKI. That said, our hobby doesn't exist. I'm Jangular.